Hello, my name is Karen and this is Sacred Symposium, part of my YouTube where I do channeling from spirit. I often do channelings, occasionally I do a little bit of mediumship just to show you what it's like and how it works. Feeling a bit of choked up right now. Got my little blue stone, so that should help open up my throat chakra in order to be able to Okay, somebody wants to come forward, but I'm not letting them right now. I do have somebody in the room that I think I opened up my energy a moment ago. Today is Saturday the 25th of August, and I'm here to do a piece to camera to see who wants to come in. So someone has joined, and I'm getting, he's very much comedy, and I'm getting the song from Cheers. Rappers are all the same. You want to go where everybody knows your name. This guy wasn't in Cheers. My fridge. Can you hear that? Just kicked in. Fridge was an important part of the set where this guy did some comedy. He's liking this now. He's going to have a play around. I know one of my contemporaries is hoping to bring forward this person as well. I tend not to mention their name. I tend to leave it to you to work out who it is by them giving me pieces of information that I can relay to you. So I think this is what it's going to be today. So we're going to do some mediumship, okay? We might go into channeling, but most likely it's going to be just sitting with this guest. So he's here. He's funny, he's jokey. And yeah, the fridge was an important part of the set. Why were you giving me Cheers? How does it start? How does that song start? But it was that element of everybody knew him. He was part of the group. Talk to me. He's showing me sandwiches now, so obviously he was part of somebody who loved sandwiches. He worked alongside this person, and that was part of their character. And he's pointing to me that these are the only references that I will get, because I don't know much about his other career. He's telling me he's written a book, and I know he's written a play, but he's telling me he's also written a book, which I'm not 100% sure of. And it's like he had a title for another book. There was possibly going to be another book on recovery. But it didn't manifest because essentially he wasn't fully recovered. So he's bringing me back to reasons for getting involved in this kind of thing. Drugs, etc. is trauma. So he's referencing trauma, childhood trauma, something to do with mother. I think his character certainly had a level of trauma involved in the family setup within the program. And he's actually saying that he could bring a lot of real life experience to that. So, and I understand that he was part of the writing team also, and he's saying that that kind of real life, he was able to embellish his character with that real life, what's the word you're trying to say? Problem. So it's like knowing how to react to a problem because you have experienced it. I see him shuffling along on his feet now. It's almost like it's kind of resembles how you would ski on an ice hockey rink. So I don't know if there was anything to do with ice hockey. Canadian. Was he Canadian? Because ice hockey is big in Canada. There might be a Canadian link. I'm also hearing Falcha, so there's an Irish connection in some way. I don't think it's necessarily descendant or but there might have been some. Why am I getting that? He visited Ireland, so I have to look that up. So I'm getting that he has been to Ireland. The shamrock, drowning the shamrock. The puck. So the puck is, I'm pretty sure the puck is what they use for hockey. Not hockey. Hurling. It's like a ball that they use with the stick for hurling, which is very like ice hockey, because they have a stick and a ball, a slitter. No, a slitter. What's the slitter? I'll have to look that up. The puck and the slitter. But they have a little thing that they hit with the stick in ice hockey, and there might be a reference to seeing hurling or connecting that to the hurling being similar. He might have known some Irish when he was young, and they might have I'm kind of seeing like an old neighbourhood where you might have neighbours from different countries, and there might have been an Irish neighbour who maybe talked to him or maybe played around in the street as if they were playing hockey with the ball and the stick or something like that. Coffee, he's bringing in coffee, of course he is. There was a coffee shop within the program, so it's a famous program. So I'm kind of getting now sort of a love-hate relationship with coffee. So he's kind of saying, yeah, caffeine wasn't good, but then it was like he drank a lot of caffeine, or shall we say stimulants, was doing too much stimulants, and then needed the downer. So maybe he drank a lot of coffee on set and needed the downer because caffeine is very much a stimulant. So I'm getting kind of this crisscross between stimulants and downers, uppers and downers. He's coming really close now, and he's going, my soul was aching. So as much as we love him in this, it's like he still couldn't be himself. He still couldn't be who he is, because obviously it was a character we all fell in love with. And so much of his energy is brought to the character, but it's not who he is. And so he still, he found that hard. He found that the character follows you, and then people think you're that character, and you're not. He says you're even wiser and even funnier, but more complicated and more complex. Alcohol, he's showing me cheersing, drinking, alcohol was involved, party lifestyle, but not, I'm not seeing him running around nightclubs and types of things. Like, he's showing me that, but it's like it was more, he did a lot of it, I think, on the quiet, a lot of it maybe at home, drinking at home, drinking at work, he's saying. But it wasn't frowned upon, so occasionally maybe they might have beers together at work while they're filming, and And sometimes it helped the creativity, it helped the flow. Not always. I'm going zero tolerance. I'm hearing zero tolerance. So maybe there was a zero tolerance on set, but they didn't always play ball with that. Really special time, really good friends. Who did the best that they could to support him. So he's acknowledging that. He's acknowledging that, they weren't his immediate family. They weren't in his immediate vicinity all of the time. But from where they were supportive. They were reaching out. I'm hearing text messages. But he goes, it's easy to answer a text message. He was looking for love. He thought love would be the answer, but it wasn't. He thought love would fix it, but it didn't. Where he is now, he can see loads of different pathways and routes out of it. So where he is now, he can go, oh, if I just stuck with that and went there, or tried that, like all these different methodologies to heal your life and enhance your life and to become more of who you're meant to be. He just kind of is looking at that. He couldn't see that. He was locked into a very classical form of therapy, that they may have tried some interventions, but nothing holistic, he's saying. And it didn't help his self-esteem. They didn't help his self-esteem. And he used to, like, if he did have a binge, he used to hate himself after it. So he's kind of, just that self-hate kind of coming up. Find it hard to express his emotions. So was not able to handle his emotions. He's kind of got his head in his hands. It's like he's, wants to kind of cry it all out, but really hard to find that release. Dancing now, he's showing me on his feet, and he's dancing around with his feet. So I'm being brought to a scene in the program as well where he's dancing, and he's not much good at the dancing, but there might be some video footage of him dancing where maybe he was better, not brilliant, but it's like he took part in something where he had to dance. I'm seeing, I think that's why he's bringing that forward. Oh, so he's brought in another member of the crew who has also passed. So they have united. So he was saying, come in. So this is someone who's part of the team, part of the crew. And I was thinking, okay, how would I know who it is? And then I got the name. So it begins with G, his character. Hello everyone. They're kind of saying now, it's like the two of them together are kind of going, can't believe like we can do this and tell everyone we love them. We love them. So the guy beginning with G showed me a book. He was kind of bringing me back to some episodes and then how his character was, but now he's like bringing me back to his real life, and there's a book. It might be something to do with when he passed. There might have been a condolence book or like a an album or something to do with family, something to do with the family in the book, and then his passing. And he's very grateful and thankful for what it brought him as well, because it changed his life. But it brings with it a lot of difficulties. Good times, like it's like they loved doing what they did, but when you close the door to the studio, you go out into your world, and it's a different world. It's and so much is expected of you in this regular world. It was hard work, and it's like they'd worked together on some things as well. So I don't know if he was part of the got involved in the writing as well. But they might have helped each other out with sort of characterizations. Is our message for us? Okay, so from our main guest, there is going to be prosecutions. There are going to be people who have been found out. We know that that's in progress right now, but there will be prosecutions. It's kind of the word of law, or the law of the land, or what are you trying to say? Legal expose. And that's a big kind of there's connections around these people, and so there's going to be a lot of revelations, because the network isn't just a couple of people, it's spread out like any dealer scenario. There's the middle cog that you might deal with, but then there's so many other pieces of the puzzle. So there's kind of this wave of investigation occurring further out into the individuals and their connections and that's going to have repercussions for some other people. And the downfall, there's a downfall coming for it's almost like a kingpin type of energy. There's a downfall. But he's saying there'll be someone else who'll come in to take his place. Someone else will sweep back in and take his place. Maybe someone is just waiting for that to be removed so they can take over. But there seems to be, he's saying, an acknowledgement of the risk of engaging in behaviour like this, and whether it's worth it or not. And some people are too far gone, he's saying, so some people are too involved and very much addicts in a way, or users in some way. Because there's a lack of harmony, particularly with the whole Hollywood scene. There's a lack of harmony. There's some terrible things, he's saying, that happen. Like, it's terrible appetites. And sometimes you get a glimpse of it, and that can be disturbing. And because you're part of it, because you're signed up to it, like you're contracted. You have to live out the contract. It's almost like there's someone that he despised or something connected to the work which it was revealed to him, and he doesn't like it, doesn't appreciate it. That's why when he got released from that, he really wanted to use his creativity to kind of make something happen on his own. But it was more difficult because he didn't have support, he didn't have that. A lot of it was solitary. He's kind of went from being with a lot of people to quite solitary. A few little roles, but nothing. He felt quite solitary. I think loneliness was big for him. And I'm seeing like the two types of him. So the character when he was young and he was on this set on the screen, and you know, he was just so endearing and so lovable and one of my favourites. And okay, he's correcting me, my favourite. Thank you. And he's also showing me him as an older gentleman, so a bit bloatier. So like, could I be any more insulting? He's bringing me flowers now. They're like pink tulips type flowers. I should say thank you. Something to do with astrology. He's saying other people are going to be bringing him through again because this is very topical, so there might be other psychics, mediums who are bringing him through. So he said he's got a lot of people to go and see, and he's bringing me to astrology and to his sign. What was he? I don't know what sign he was. But I'm seeing almost like a book of astrology where you see the stars mapped out. And it's almost like a plough. I don't know if he was Leo, Libra. Where are we now? We're going into Virgo. I don't think it's Virgo. This brings me to his childhood as later as sort of teen years as well. I'm not sure if he had a brother. There's I'm seeing another male. And there might be a sister. It might just be him and his sister. There is like somebody, a male presence around in his... I think he had a sister, didn't he? Just kind of go, this is great, like where he is. He goes, this is great, this is the best high ever. He goes, I'm still able to joke about things like that even here, but they're keeping a close eye on him because it's It's not to mock the energy that he's around. He says he's not sure about coming back. He still has got lots of healing to do. And he's got to be there. There's somebody going to pass that he knows or that's close to him soonish, and it's like he's got to be there to welcome them back. It's like someone saying time's up. It's like, you know, when you're playing chess, you hit the clock, it's like someone's going to hit the clock. Okay, time's up now. And he's coming right into me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You were my favourite. And his friends there as well. He had some heart issues. I'm kind of getting heart stuff. It's kind of breath, the heart and the lungs. It's almost like he's got a little bit of a limp, so he might have been older than we thought. He's making his way as well. So now it's kind of like first guy sticking his head in the doorway and kind of waving. So it's this element of, again, emphasizing the set, the door that everyone came through. And now he's like messing around, like knocking on the door, opening the door, coming in, closing the door, knocking on the door. You know, that kind of playful slapstick kind of. I'm saying write. I don't know if it's to encourage me to write or if it's his writing. There's something about his writing. Maybe his autobiography. Did he have an autobiography? Maybe it's for me to read his writing. Yes, 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 yes. I'm getting yes, 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 yes. Okay, I'll see if I can find something. Yes, so he's saying, thank you, can I come again? And I said, yes. Okay, bless you, thank you. You step back. Thank you. Okay, interesting. They're just making their way off to now where they need to be, and I'm going to return to the present moment here and bring all my energy here. Certainly lots of shivers, lots of cold shivers during that. I have lots of stuff to Google. I always like, anytime I get information, I go like, I don't know if any of that makes sense. I'm going to Google a lot of it. But bless you, thank you for coming and gracing us with your presence. And I wish you well on your healing journey as you continue. Thank you. And to everyone watching, thank you for watching. I'm not going to say who it is, but I'm sure you know who it is by now. And we have Elvis, because usually Elvis is around, so Elvis has just come in at the end there. So I've not done him yet. Maybe have I done a little bit of him? Yeah, he was coming through a little bit with the lip. But he says he'll wait his turn. Perfect. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you know who it is, if any of it makes sense, and I will hopefully see you again on Sacred Symposium. Do watch the other videos, and they're there for your entertainment, and just, you know, let me know, give me some feedback and see. I'd like to know, you know, what resonates with you and what you want to see more of as well. So take care of yourselves, lots of love, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.